yes, we are. We are fine. Sorry, we had some technical glitches before. The screen just didn't want to rotate properly. So we had to finish the previous video, but we didn't share anything anything important apart from we're having some technical difficulties. So sorry about this. And welcome to Friday Design Conversations. I'm Katie Malik.
And I'm Jo Jeffries.
And we're here today to share with you our knowledge and our experience designing bedrooms. So hope you're ready. If you have any questions, any comments during the video, after the video, just post the comments. And we'll be very, very happy to answer them. We're keeping an eye on the video, so if you post anything, we'll be able to see that. So bedrooms. Everyone has a bedroom in their house, right? Very important place where we rest, where we sleep, but also sometimes we do perform other activities. Sometimes we study in a bedroom. Sometimes we also read in a bedroom. So bedrooms are not just for sleeping. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about taking a more holistic approach to designing a bedroom, but we're going to start with the basics as always. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about how to make the most out of your bedroom with some most recent examples we've been working on. So we'll share some visuals as always. And again, if you have any questions, please type them in the comments. We're happy to answer. Okay, so let's start with the basics. And where do you actually start designing your bedroom? We were just chatting about this with Jo, like what we would like to share with you and what is really important. And we thought it would be a good idea to start with the basics of the beginning. Yeah. So where do you start designing your bedroom?
Well, I normally start with the biggest piece of furniture. So I always I concentrate on the bed, the most important piece of furniture too in the room.
Yes.
So first of all, where it's best going to be situated in the room to make the room look the biggest, the most open, and to invite you in to the room. So it's not blocking any of the doorways or the windows in any way. But also, as you mentioned, Katie, even more important than that is the comfort of that bed.
Exactly.
So the bed itself, you know, if you don't get a good night's sleep, the whole point of having a beautiful bedroom is lost.
Exactly.
So the mattress, I would say, would be one of the most important things to consider. We all kind of tend to forget about it underneath all those sheets for years and years and years, and all of a sudden it gets a bit painful to go to bed.
Exactly, like Jo said, mattress. Of course, the size of the bed is important. Sometimes you know, you dream about king size bed, fine, but then you need to ensure that you have enough space for a king size bed.
Yeah.
Would getting that bed that size compromise the layout of your bedroom and make it really awkward to move around? It's really important to keep the active design everywhere, but also in bedrooms. So like Jo's mentioned, it's about not blocking anything and making sure that you have a free space to move around, to access the bed, also that the bed is not blocking the window, and gives a space to move around quite freely.
Yeah.
But
and I think also the bed, I also think that the bed, you know, sort of to try and balances out the room. You can, if a bed is sort of shoved into a corner, it can have that sort of feeling of a cabin. And you don't get that freedom around the whole bed, that movement and the air, which is really important. Exactly.
It's also we're not going to get into this, but today too much. But it's also kind of against feng shui rules where you're not supposed to block the bed on either side. Right, mattress. Joe's mentioned the importance of a mattress. Again, it's not something that you see in the design, of course, but it's important to get a really comfortable one. And the comfort is such an individual thing.
Yeah.
So it's important to go and test the mattress. We as designers have some recommendations depending on the client's preferences, but of course, it's always very, very important to test it. I personally love Sealy mattresses. They actually have been recommended to me by clients who had them in the past, because previously we would specify mainly Hypnos mattresses.
That's my favourite.
Yes, so we all have our favorites,
Yeah.
but of course it's all about what suits you and what level of comfort you would like in your bedroom. But a good mattress is definitely a good investment and something that you can't take out of a good design or good bedroom design.
And it's really important part of the brief, because some people, it's not just the comfort level, it's actually crucial medically that they have a very hard mattress or a very soft mattress. So that's one of the crucial things to ascertain in the brief.
Yeah. So moving on to layouts, or expanding on the layouts. So bed, number one thing. Of course, in your bedroom, you probably need storage as well. So making sure that there's enough allocation for storage. This could be a wardrobe, this could be a chest of drawers, bedside tables as well. Depending on how much space is, of course, in the room. If you can afford to have a built-in wardrobe, it's always advisable if there is space. If not, getting the right size wardrobe. So it means the one that's not going to overwhelm the room completely. Of course, again, depends on your storage needs. Ideally, if you can do that, install the mirrors already in the wardrobe. So you don't have to, especially if you're dealing with a small space, so you don't have to think, oh, where do I put a full-size mirror, full height mirror in the bedroom. If you have them on the wardrobe, that's going to help you also gain more light and make the space look and feel bigger. It's quite important. Have I forgotten about anything, Joe? Anything basic?
No, I think that's really good. The only problem is with your wardrobe is you tend to, I don't know about you, but you tend to find that your wardrobe spreads from one room to the next room to the next room. So when planning your wardrobe, if you've got the luxury of getting a big space with a big wardrobe in, it's always helpful, and you can keep it all in one place.
Exactly. If you can do that, amazing.
Yeah.
If you can't, well, keep your most
challenge.
Exactly. Keep your most essential items in a wardrobe in your bedroom. That would be our recommendation. When it comes to the bedside tables, try to get some with some sort of storage. Now, I'm personally against bedside tables that are quite heavy, so they don't have visible legs. Simply because they occupy a lot more space visually and they feel a lot more chunky. And, again, that depends on the style and on the space. If you have a very, very big space, you can afford those. If not, stay away from them. But still, you can get those which have at least one drawer. Or sometimes they can have 3 drawers but be on legs. So those are pretty good as long as they have some sort of space underneath. And the same goes for beds. A lot of beds with storage, and also we forgot to say that you can get beautiful beds with storage. But a lot of bed with storage, they don't have legs, and that makes the bed feel a lot heavier. So if you are designing a small bedroom, do not put a lot of furniture without legs.
Exactly.
'Cause that's gonna make the bedroom look even smaller.
Yeah.
But they're great. So bedside tables, coming back, at least 1 drawer, so you can actually store some bedroom essentials. But it's important, again, to calculate how much space you have on each side, and get the right size bedside tables.
And now with the sort of on trend at the moment is to have your lights off the bedside table, isn't it? And you can have it wall mounted, which it means that you actually have a lot more space on top of your bedside table.
Precisely.
I know we're going to talk about lights later, but That's
a
a
very
good
point.
Consideration. You don't have to have massive bedside tables to fit your massive light.
Precisely. All depends on the style. Actually, the bedrooms that we're going to show you today, the clients opted out of the wall hung light, but that was basically what she preferred. However, the good thing is that these days a lot of suppliers they produce wall lights that actually don't require wiring. So if you want to have a wall light but you don't want to necessarily bring an electrician to wire it for you, you can just plug it in, and the only thing that you will always see is that little cable. But it's a huge convenience. In the past, it wasn't really possible, and there were many difficulties getting that. But a lot of suppliers have recognized that need, and now we have more and more options of that.
Yeah.
So another important thing, lighting. I mean, in the last live video, we talked. I think we spent like good 15 minutes or more to talk about lighting, because. I don't know if you've seen our previous live video, but we're designing It's So Travel agency, amazing agency, travel designers as I call them, in the Grafton Centre, and we've collaborated with Ellie from Studio EG, a really talented lighting designer who helped us design lighting for the space. But we realized how important lighting is, and in bedrooms, crucial, absolutely crucial. So again, trying to get as many sources of light as possible. Sometimes, if you think about it, an overhead ceiling light is not really necessary in a bedroom. It really depends what you're going to do in a bedroom. If you're going to work in a bedroom, then maybe yes, just to get additional lumens. However, if you're just going to use bedrooms for sleeping, and even for reading, you really don't need much more than wall lights and reading lights. So considering that when you actually think about lighting in a bedroom, it's very important. Have it on dimmers, as we always say and stress and emphasize. Having lighting on dimmers.
If it's all possible, yeah.
It's all possible. And it's really, really easy to get a dimmer switch and have it changed, have it replaced. Another thing, of course, are the right colors for the bedroom. So choosing something that is calming is really, really important. I remember 2 years ago, I was on a show with Jeremy Hallis in the BBC radio show in Cambridge, and I was put on the spot a little bit. Because Jeremy was doing up his bedroom, and he's asked my opinion. And he said, Katie, so we picked this beautiful red colour for our bedroom.
Oh no.
And you see, oh no, and it was a live show, and I didn't know what to say, because he's asked, oh, do you think it's a good choice? And that's fine. And I was like, well, it certainly depends on your colors of preference, and he could see straight away. You couldn't see that because obviously it was on the radio. You can see that, but he was like, "Oh, I don't think Katie approves my choice of the bedroom color." Not
from your facial expression.
Yes, from my facial expression, which you couldn't see on the radio, of course. But yeah, we wouldn't recommend red for the bedroom typically, because it's a color that it's a color full of energy and life, and you want to rest in your bedroom. And of course, some people react differently to different colors, but generally there are certain colors that they will calm you down. They will lower your heart rate, and these include blue hues, green hues, any silvery hues. Very, very delicate colors, definitely not very saturated, unless you want to make a bold statement, which we did in one of the bedrooms. But as you can see, you will see from the visual, it's not all 3-4 walls that are painted that color. So again, choosing one that you like is very important, but if you're asking us for a recommendation, we would definitely recommend very, very calming hues to get a better sleep.
What about soft furnishings? Curtains and And is it also important that they are in soft hues and things like that, or can you go a bit bolder with the actual soft furnishings?
Well, I suppose it depends on the overall design. If you go bold with a wall color, for example, then you don't want to go bold anywhere else.
No.
But if you go very, very soft, you can of course introduce a bit more color and other soft furnishing, like Joe's mentioned, like curtains, cushions, and also you can replace those more easily. Sorry, and so you can update your color scheme.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
A lot faster if you change your mind. It really depends on personal preferences, I think, and how much you can do in your bedroom. If it's just sleeping, I wouldn't recommend any strong patterns or anything too strong. But if you do other things in your bedroom, like if you come with a cup of tea and read a magazine, or you work a little bit, because some people love working from their bedrooms.
They do.
Then that's absolutely fine to maybe be a little bit bolder. But again, like we had a brief from our client and just wanted very, very calming space on one of the bedrooms, right? Where she could also study and read her books. And it's actually a teenage girl who knows what she likes, who knows what she wants. So personal preferences as always. Sorry, just needed to come back because we were just having some messages coming through. Is there anything else to talk about? Sorry, Joe. You're gonna add something.
I mean, this also is personal, but I think it's really important that when you're in bed, that you feel really, really comfortable, and the use of natural materials in the bed. And on the bed is allows the air to pass through, so that cottons and linens, even brushed cottons, even though they're warm, if they're 100% cotton, they will breathe. Yes. And you won't end up getting hot and all perspiring all night, as you can with some of the polyesters. So yes. I would definitely recommend natural materials on the bed. Obviously with the accessories, the scatter cushions, throws, curtains and everything do not have to, of course, be natural fibres, but I would say in the bed it lends itself to a better night's sleep.
Yeah, good linen, that's very important. I don't know what's your favorite, Joe, but one of my favorite that is, I don't think it's too expensive, it's really affordable. I would say it's like affordable luxury because it's a very good materials. It's the White Company. Yes, they do have really fantastic Egyptian cotton bed linen, and it washes really well, and also it lasts very long time. It does. So it's still affordable. So I would say if you're looking for something a little bit on market, yes, very good quality, then the White Company linens are very, very good, and they do a lot of seasonal promotions as well. So yes, might be worth looking. I think they might be having still a sale at the moment, so go have a look.
Yeah, they do have some great sales, so you can pick up some bargains, definitely.
Yes. All right then. So I believe that there were no questions, but let me just have a quick look at. No, we didn't have any comments. So far, so we're just gonna continue. So now we're gonna show you our more recent bedroom designs, and we're gonna talk a little bit more in more detail about those. So I'm just gonna flip the camera. There we go. Just gonna adjust the screen a little bit. I hope you can see that. All right. Yeah, I just realized that we're having a bit of a problem with the with the camera side. We'll try to correct it next time. Apologies for that. Right. So this is a bedroom for a teenage girl. I've mentioned that she's really decisive. She really knows what she wants, and she really loves blue hues. She loves very delicate blues and off-whites, and when I spoke to her, she said, Katie, I just want that. I don't want anything else. No pinks.
It works really well.
It works
beautiful.
really, really well. It's really stunning. So we went actually for bedside table lamps because they add a bit more pattern to the room, and also they're absolutely gorgeous. They're handmade in England, and you can choose the color of the flexes. Absolutely stunning. And they just have a hint of pink in them, and actually our client has some existing artwork that is very close to her heart that she's had since she was a little baby, and that artwork has a bit of pink in it. That's why we've proposed these shades, so they link just a tiny bit to this accent color that you can possibly see in the artwork on the walls. Our client also likes to read in her bedroom, so we thought having a really lovely swivel chair with a footstool and some funky shelf. That shelf is called
people liking it.
Yeah, it's a ciocciola. Actually, it's made by an Italian brand, Tomasucci. If you want to have a look, tomasucci.com. They have some lovely designs. So obviously, because the bedroom is quite girly, we've included quite a lot of curves. Even the bed has a curved headboard, which you can see quite a lot. We also opted for crisscross legs bedside tables, which are a little bit more transitional, but each one has a drawer for some essentials, but you can see they're not very heavy looking because they're raised off the floor.
Yeah.
And every single thing, apart really from the swivel chair, is raised off the floor,
Yeah.
but we can afford that because it's actually quite a big room.
And you can really see the floor space, which is lovely. It gives a really lovely spatial feel.
Exactly. The curtains are going to have a blackout lining, very important, because a lot of us react to the daylight. So it's important to have a blackout lining in your curtains, unless you don't want to. For example, I love being woken up by the light.
Me too, yeah. But
So
lots of people can't even bear a chink of light.
precisely. So for that reason, we always ask, but most of the time clients do opt for blackout lining. So let's just see whether we can adjust that a little bit, but we probably won't be able to too much. Okay, not to worry. So we're just going to show you the other side of the. So you can see the other side of the bed. There's going to be a desk and some shelving. So it's quite minimal. It's going to be kept quite clear of.
That's so beautiful.
Of everything. Now this desk has a bit of turquoise color in it, just a minimal amount, just to tie it in with. There we go. With the scheme. Sorry, and some place where our client can study, but also can place the folders and books and whatever else she would like. On the previous visual, you could probably see that we have a bedroom, a wardrobe with a mirror finished door. So that has already been put in. Oh no, I'm not sure you can see that. Okay, because of the angle. Okay, that's not to worry.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look at the second bedroom. So this is actually a guest bedroom.
Wow.
So that is quite a statement. That's not what it is.
I love it.
Yes, so that is a color that we picked from Benjamin Moore palette. We love Benjamin Moore paints. We use them all the time, specify them all the time. It gives a fantastic finish and has amazing colors. So this bedroom has been designed a bit more in an industrial style. Still we kept the green hue, although it's a much stronger saturated version of it. It makes a bold statement, but it balances nicely the darker finish of the bedside table, the lamps, and also what you will see on the other side, shelving. So it kind of links it with the rest of the house, because we've worked on the design of the rest of the house in stages for our client, but so it links back to to the green that kind of repeats itself throughout the house, or the green accents. So over here we also have the overhead light, because the overhead light has been already put in, and we've decided to use the niche on the right hand side for a wardrobe, but also with mirror fronts. So again, really important, if you can, to have a wardrobe with at least one mirror if possible. More than that.
Yeah. And that it reflects the light from the window too, doesn't it? So it gives that wonderful, like, almost two window effect.
Exactly. It makes the whole room feel a lot bigger,
much bigger
than it is. Okay, and this is the side view. So you can see the bedside table is a little bit better here. They are raised on legs, so they're, again, despite the fact that they are dark finish, they don't feel too heavy, because you can still see beneath them. And if you take a good look, the bed is also on legs, the planter's on legs, and the shelving's on legs. So although it's not a huge space, it doesn't feel completely overwhelmed, because really everything is lifted off the floor. So one of the biggest tips really for our clients, if you want something to look spacious. Oh, you can't see the oh yes, we're really sorry.
There you go. You can see it there.
You can see it now. Okay, there we go. Adobe there we go, sorry about that. Yes, you can see it a little bit better now. Yes. We just realized that you haven't seen the shelving before. We're still learning about technicalities of preparing live videos. Forgive us.
Hey, you have to start somewhere.
Exactly, we're just starting. So hope you're enjoying the videos anyway. So basically we managed to keep the flow in the space and the principles of active design, thanks to the right proportions, but also visually, thanks to using furniture that is not sitting directly on the floor. Remember, you don't want that. So next time you're looking for furniture for your bedroom, make sure that you pick stuff that is lifted, that has legs.
Is that why you've used the white curtains as well, like to blend in, so it doesn't create too much?
That was one
clutter.
of the reasons, because imagine now if the curtains were green, it might have been a little bit too overwhelming that way. The green color and the cushions are really take stand. If you walk into the space, your eyes know where to go, rather than wandering from one side to another.
Right.
That way you're creating a feature wall, a nice feature wall. Sometimes when we try to overdo it, we try to put too many things in, we might get a bit, we might overwhelm the space a little bit visually. Again, that goes back to the style. You see, this style is quite contemporary, minimal, with industrial influences. But if we were to, we were commissioned to do this bedroom, design this bedroom in a different style, let's say a boho chic style, then obviously the curtains could be completely different, could have actually quite a lot of pattern in them. So remember that whatever you see could be designed in 1,000 different ways.
Exactly.
And it's always about the client, it's always about the brief and what works for them. So if you do become our client, this is what what you would need to go through. All right, we're just going to flip the camera back to us to just say thank you for listening. We hope that you've enjoyed the video, the design conversations. If you like what we do, if you like design conversations, and if you like to see us every 2 weeks on a Friday, please give us a like, or please comment. Yes, do it. Continue doing it. We'll be very happy to hear from you. Any feedback, apart from maybe technical glitches.
We know.
We know we
don't know.
we tried to better next time. But yes, if you'd like to hear more, then please give us a shout, give us a thumbs up. Also, very, very soon we'll be announcing some really exciting news. And new projects. We've been appointed to design, and I can only tell you that we're
it's sweet.
It's sweet. It's very, very sweet. So if you'd like to find out, we'll be probably announcing it over the weekend. It's going to be announced on Instagram page, Katie Malik Interiors, and on Facebook, also Katie Malik Interiors. And hopefully in about 2 weeks' time, we'll be able to show you some initial designs and to share with you what we've come up with so far. In the meantime, have a great weekend. Have a fabulous bank holiday weekend. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And we shall see you in 2 weeks' time on Friday.
Bye.
Bye.